Thank you, everybody. It's great to see you. And hello, class of 2024. This is so exciting. It's an incredible feeling to be here with you, and I am so excited to join you today. Really, you have no idea how excited I am. Keep in mind, this is literally only the second time I've ever set foot on a college campus. Second time ever. But for some reason, you are giving me a doctorate degree. I just came here to give a speech, but I get to go home as Dr. Roger. That's a pretty nice bonus. So, Dr. Roger, this has to be my most unexpected victory ever. Thank you. President Bylock, the Board of Trustees, faculty members, thank you for this honor. President Bylock, I'm incredibly grateful, and I'll try my best not to choke. I'm a little bit outside of my comfort zone today. This is not my usual scene, and these are not my usual clothes. Do you dress like this every day at Dartmouth? The robe is hard to move in. Keep in mind I've worn shorts almost every day for the last 35 years. I'm not a person who gives a lot of speeches like this. Maybe the worst, but an important speech was when I started on the Swiss national team. I was only 17 years old and I was so nervous I couldn't even say more than 4 words. Happy to be here. Well, here we are 25 years later, and I still feel a little nervous. But I've got a lot more than 4 words to say to you. Starting with, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be with you here on the green. As you might have heard, grass is my favorite surface. A big green, it must be destiny. And there's another reason I'm here, and I can sum it up in 2 words. Beer pong. Or pong, as you call it, and I guess you can all call it what you like. I'm told Dartmouth invented it. Now this sport, wait, is pong a sport? It is? Okay. Or is it a way of life? Either way, Dartmouth is the Wimbledon of pong. And it's even raining, like in Wimbledon. So I'm glad to work on my shots with some of you. This past few days, I'm actually thinking about turning pro. But I know there's more to Dartmouth than pong. I've spent an amazing couple of days here, and you've made Hanover feel like home. The mountains here are exactly like the Swiss Alps, just shorter. But I'm loving it here. I got a chance to hit some balls with my kids at the Boss Tennis Center yesterday. I did a walk-'em. I got to climb the Baker Tower. I saw some incredible views and took my kids to see the Dr. Seuss books at the library. And of course, also I crushed some chocolate chip cookies from Foco. And I ate some EBA's chicken sandwich from Lou's. I've done it all. But there's another big reason I'm here. Tony G, class of '93. Are we wrapping now? Tony Gotzik is my business partner, my longtime agent, and one of my closest friends, and most important, the proud father of Isabella, class of 2024. From Tony and now Bea, I know how special this place truly is, and how loyal you are to each other, and how obsessive you are about this color, green. I was with their family, including Mary Jo and Nico, the day Bea got into Dartmouth. I remember how crazy happy she was. I saw a smile and a level of excitement on her face that I'd never seen before. But then I got here, and actually everybody is smiling like this. I can see how proud you are of this place and this moment. You've worked so hard to get here. I have huge respect for all of you, what you have achieved. And for the families and friends who have helped you achieve it, let's give them a big hand. I'm even more impressed because I left school at the age of 16 to play tennis full-time, so I never went to college. But I did graduate recently. I graduated tennis. I know the word is retire. Roger Federer retired from tennis. Retired. The word is awful. You wouldn't say you retired from college, right? It sounds terrible. Like you, I've finished one big thing and I'm moving on to the next. Like you, I'm figuring out what that is. Graduates, I feel your pain. I know what it's like when people keep asking what your plan is for the rest of your life. They ask me, now that you are not a professional tennis player, what do you do? I don't know, and it's okay not to know. So what do I do with my time? I'm a dad first, so I guess I drive my kids to school. I play chess online against strangers. I vacuum the house. No, in truth, I'm loving the life of a tennis graduate. I graduated tennis in 2022, and you are graduating college in 2024. So I have a head start in answering the questions of what's next. Today, I want to share a few lessons I've relied on through this transition. Let's call them tennis lessons. I hope they will be useful in the world beyond Dartmouth. So here's the first. Effortless is a myth. I mean it. I say that as someone who has heard that word a lot. Effortless. People would say my play was effortless. Most of the time, they meant it as a compliment. But it used to frustrate me when they would say he barely broke a sweat. Or he's even trying. The truth is, I had to work very hard to make it look easy. I spent years whining, swearing, throwing my racket before I learned to keep my cool. The wake-up call came early in my career when an opponent at the Italian Open publicly questioned my mental discipline. He said, Roger will be the favorite for the first 2 hours, then I'll be the favorite after that. I was puzzled at first, but eventually I realized what he was trying to say. Everybody can play well the first 2 hours. You're fit, you're fast, you're clear, and after 2 hours, your legs get wobbly, your mind starts wandering, and your discipline starts to fade. It made me understand I have so much work ahead of me, and I'm ready to go on this journey. I get it. My parents, my coaches, my fitness coach, everyone had been calling me out. And now even my rivals were doing it. Players, thank you. I'm eternally grateful for what you did because you made me work harder. So I started to train harder, a lot harder actually. But then I realized winning effortlessly is the ultimate achievement. I got that reputation because my warm-ups at the tournaments were so casual that people didn't think I'd been training hard. But I had been working hard before the tournament when nobody was watching. Maybe you've seen a version of this at Dartmouth. How many times did you feel like your classmates were racking up A after A without even trying while you were pulling all-nighters? Loading up on caffeine maybe, or crying softly in a corner of Sanborn Library? Hopefully, like me, you learned that effortless is a myth. I didn't get where I got on pure talent alone. I got there by trying to outwork my opponents. I believed in myself, but belief in yourself has to be earned. There was a moment in 2003 when my self-belief really kicked in. I was at the ATP finals where only the best 8 players qualify, and I beat some of the top players I really admired by aiming right at their strength. Before, I would run away from their strength. If a guy had a strong forehand, I would try to hit his backhand. But now, I would try to go after his forehand. I tried to beat the baseliners from the baseline. I tried to beat the attackers by attacking. I tried to beat the net rushers from the net. I took a chance by doing that. So why did I do it? To amplify my game and expand my options. You need a whole arsenal of strength. So if one of them breaks down, you've got something left. When your game is clicking like that, winning is easy, relatively. Then there are days when you just feel broken. Your back hurts, your knee hurts, had that a lot. Maybe you're a little sick or scared, but you still find a way to win. And those are the victories we can be most proud of. Because they prove that you can win not just when you're at your best, but especially when you aren't. Yes, talent matters. I'm not going to stand here and tell you it doesn't. But talent has a broad definition. Most of the time, it's not about having a gift. It's about having grit. In tennis, a great forehand with sick racket head speed can be called a talent. But in tennis, like in life, discipline is also a talent, and so is patience. Trusting yourself is a talent. Embracing the process, loving the process is a talent. managing your life, managing yourself. These can be talents too. Some people are born with them. Everybody has to work at them. From this day forward, some people are going to assume that because you graduated from Dartmouth, it all is going to come easy for you. And you know what? Let them believe that, as long as you don't. Okay, second lesson. It's only a point. Let me explain. You can work harder than you thought possible and still lose. I have, many times. Tennis is brutal. There's no getting around the fact that every tournament ends the same way. One player gets a trophy, every other player gets back on a plane, stares out of the window, and thinks, how the hell did I miss that shot? Imagine if today only one of you got a degree. Congratulations, this year's graduate. Let's give her a hand. The rest of you, the other 1,000 of you, better luck next time. So, you know, I tried not to lose, but I did lose, sometimes big. For me, one of the biggest was the finals at Wimbledon in 2008, me versus Nadal. Some call it the greatest match of all time. Okay, all